from Prime Fitness in Maryland, and I am going to share with you a workout that I programmed specifically for runners that involves a mobility exercise followed by a strength exercise. The idea behind this is that if we can get the joint more mobile, then we can go ahead and strengthen those muscles that surround that joint properly, okay? So as most of you know, if you are a runner, you've got areas of tightness, including your ankles, your knees, your hips, and even your shoulders. So I'm going to take you through a mobility exercise followed by a strength exercise. And you guys can do 1 round of this, 2 rounds, 3 rounds. You could do it before or after a run. Just utilize it into your programming. I think you'll see a lot of benefit from it, okay? So the first exercise I show you is going to be a mobility exercise, and you're going to do that for 20 to 30 seconds unless I give you a repetition range, okay? So you'll just want to have like a nice little timer beside you, a clock by you, so you can have 20 to 30 seconds approximately on the clock. The second exercise is going to be a strength exercise, which is going to be repetition based, and again, I'll give you a range of repetitions that you can do. So if you're only doing 1 cycle of this workout, you might want to go on the higher end. If you're going to do multiple cycles of the workout, you might want to go on the lower end of the repetition range, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. You guys can see I don't have shoes on. That's because I'm in my garage gym right now. You can obviously do this barefoot, or you could also do it with shoes on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and come down into a high plank, and we are just going to pedal your feet. So you're trying to drop one heel down towards the floor, come back up, and then go ahead and drop the other. I want your wrists right underneath your shoulders as you do this. You are engaging your core, but right now we are working on mobility of the ankle joint, and we're stretching out our calves because we're gonna follow this exercise with a squat. And in order to squat properly, you need dorsiflexion in your ankles. So this stretch of your calf will help with dorsiflexion, okay? So you're gonna do about 20 to 30 seconds of that. Then you're gonna go ahead and grab a kettlebell, a dumbbell, whatever you have access to. You're gonna hold it right out in front of you, brace your abs. You're gonna squat down, elbows to the inside of your knees, stand back up. So you're gonna squat down, drive through the floor to stand back up. So you should be feeling your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads working here, and your abs. Okay, you can take toes out if that feels more comfortable to you. I'm gonna go side facing just so you can see I'm holding the dumbbell out in front of me, so I'm working the anterior part of my body as well as the posterior, okay? So you're gonna do about 12 to 15 goblet squats. Our second mobility exercise is gonna be a lunge and reach overhead. So you can do this as a step back and then reach up and stretch, or you can go deeper into a reverse lunge if you want to target your quads and your hip flexors a little bit more, okay? So again, you're just alternating for about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna go into a Bulgarian split squat. So you'll need some type of step for this. You could use a step at your home, you could use an actual step, you could use a plyo box, a kitchen stool, anything you have access to. But you're gonna take your back foot up on your step. 90% of your body weight is gonna be in your front leg, 10% is gonna be in the back. The reason we elevate the back foot is so that we can get more range of motion here, okay? So we're coming down, standing right back up, driving through the front leg. So right now, it's my left leg that's working, all right? We're gonna do about 12 repetitions on the left, then 12 on the right. If you'd like to add weight to it, feel free. You can obviously hold it in the opposite hand, so my left leg's down, I can hold the dumbbell in my right hand. I can go here, I can advance it by coming here, I can advance it even further by going up overhead, all right? So you're gonna do 12 per leg. Next mobility exercise, we're gonna step across. So I've got my right foot stepping across my left, my arms are gonna reach to the right. So we're stretching out your side body here. This is gonna feel really great after a run. It's gonna feel great after sitting at your desk. It just feels good anytime, to be perfectly honest. So you're gonna alternate side to side for about 30 seconds, okay? And then you're gonna grab one dumbbell or one kettlebell, and we're gonna go into a single leg Romanian deadlift. So this is gonna target hamstring strength and glute strength and work our balance a little bit. So I'm gonna show you 3 progressions here. So we're gonna start with my left foot down, my right foot is back in a kickstand. So this is just to help with balance. I have no weight in my back foot, so I can pick that foot up if need be, okay? So 90% of my body weight's in that front leg. I'm holding a dumbbell in my right hand. I'm gonna go right down my leg. So I'm keeping the dumbbell really close to my body. You don't wanna have the dumbbell out in front of you or you're gonna feel your low back, okay? So it's coming right down like I'm painting my leg, and then I'm painting right back up my leg, all right? You want a nice flat back, and you have a hinge motion at your hips. So you can see that it's my hips moving that is allowing me to fall forward instead of my back, okay? So that's level 1. Level 2 is gonna be your foot pressed into a wall or a box here, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna come down, and again, it's not how far you come down, it's about maintaining that nice neutral spine here. So right now I'm feeling my left glute and my left hamstring. That's level 2. Level 3, we have no foot on the ground. So I'm gonna go here, I'm really gonna be working my balance here, and then come back up. So what's hinging me forward is my leg lifting behind me. Instead of coming down and then kind of kicking the leg behind me, I hinge at the hips, my leg reaches back, and I come forward, okay? You are going to do 10 to 12 per leg of your single leg RDL. All right, then you're gonna wanna come down, hold on one second, my mat. We're gonna go into a Superman, okay? So I'm gonna come down onto my belly, forehead is facing the ground, touching the mat. My legs are extended, my arms are extended, okay? What I want you to do is lift your arms and your legs off the ground at the same time. So I'm gonna flex my glutes a ton, and I'm gonna pull my shoulder blades down and together, and then I'm gonna come back down. Here, and then back down. So I'm gonna go here for about 20 to 30 seconds. You don't need to come up too high because I don't want you to compress your low back, okay? And then you're gonna go right into, if you have a resistance band, something we call a band splitter, okay? So you start with the band out in front of you, arms are about shoulder width apart. I'm gonna pull my shoulder blades down and together and then separate the band. And then come back, keep tension on the band, and then come right back. I'm gonna go ahead and put my back to you guys here. So shoulder blades go down, then I'm gonna squeeze the back of my upper back to pull that band apart, okay? So you should see shoulder blades locking down, then the band separates. So arms stay nice and straight, you don't want your elbows to bend. If you don't have a resistance band at home, you could also do this with dumbbells. So you'll come down into a hinged position here. Arms are gonna be right out in front of you. I'm still gonna do the same thing with my shoulder blades. I'm gonna pull them down and back, and then lift the dumbbells, control on the way down. So a lot of times you'll see in the gym, people kind of doing this. You're not really doing a whole heck of a lot. I want you to really focus here, and then nice and slow on the way down, all right? You are going to do 10 repetitions of those exercises. Then we're gonna come back down onto the mat. We're gonna go into a jackknife sit-up. So I'm gonna extend my left leg out, my right arm over my head, and I'm gonna go ahead and come up, bringing my right hand to my left toes, and then come back down. So I'm gonna go 5 on that side, and then I'm gonna go 5 on the opposite side, okay? What I want you to try to do is meet in the middle. So it's not here, right? That's not really gonna be working your abdominals at all. I want you to really meet in the middle. So upper body and lower body are doing equal amounts of effort there, okay? So 5 per side, And then you're gonna go into a ground up push-up. So when we do our ground up push-up, this is a great way to learn how to do push-ups, okay? You're gonna start with your hands right underneath your armpits. I'm going to flex my quads and squeeze my rear end, okay? Pulling my shoulder blades down. I'm gonna brace my abs a lot, and then I'm gonna press the floor away from my body. And then I'm gonna slowly lower all the way back down. So if you look, I'm moving my upper body and my lower body off the mat at the same time. So it's not a worm, okay? It is a surfboard coming off the mat. You want to think about pressing the floor away from your body, all right? You are going to do 10 repetitions of that. So if you need to do a couple and then rest and then do a couple more, you're going to work up to 10 repetitions. And then your final exercise, we're going to work again on shoulder mobility. It's called a scapular push-up. So you're going to come down into a forearm plank, all right? So I'm in my forearm plank. I'm going to drop my chest towards the mat, and then I'm going to press away. So if you look at my shoulder blades are coming together, and then they're separating as far apart as I possibly can. They're coming together, and then press away. So this is without piking your hips. You stay in that plank, okay? You're going to do 6 repetitions of that, and then you're going to grab a dumbbell again, and you're going to go into a dumbbell pullover in a bridge position, okay? So when we're down on the floor doing this, we're going to hold the dumbbell horizontally. I'm going to take my heels right underneath my knees. I'm going to bridge up. So I'm now involving my lower body here. I'm going to extend the dumbbell over my head just until my thumbs touch the ground. Then I'm going to squeeze down on my armpits and pull the dumbbell right back over my chest. The idea with this is that we're working our lats. So we're working this muscle here while engaging our core and our glutes, okay? So I'm up here, gonna reach with straight arms all the way back till my thumbs touch, and then squeeze my armpits down to lift that dumbbell back up. And you are going to do 8 repetitions of that. So give this a try, guys. I think it's a great way to work out for runners because you work in your mobility that we so desperately need, along with your strength training, which is only gonna better your running. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and thank you so much for having me.